Today we will be reviewing Cloudscaff's updated delivery process. The new delivery process will allow you to send split deliveries, meaning you can split up your deliveries into multiple deliveries and track it from the original delivery. Now, if you create a delivery from scratch, all you need to do is input a job site. Once again, input start date that it is required, any end date if possible. It is an optional field. Any reference codes or third-party supporting documentation that you wish to add, along with any notes. Once again, driver information. This is not a required field. It is optional, so you can input the information as per your requirements, and this will pull up your inventory list. Now you can immediately see that you have access to a code, category, size, name, location, available quantity, and these are the new fields that are now available to you. Order quantity, delivered quantity, outstanding quantity, and delivered quantity has always been there. When I click show all items, it will show all the inventory that I have available in my yard along with their available counts. Now you have the ability to input the order quantity. So hypothetically, let's just say these are all 1,000, these three components. You can hide the rest by toggling the show all items button again. And what this is going to do, it's going to populate your outstanding balance. Now, if you are happy to send all of these all at once, all you need to do is go and input the quantities for deliveries like such, and you can complete your delivery in a single order without having to split the deliveries. If you do need to split the deliveries, let's say these quantities do not fit on your truck, you can go ahead and split the deliveries as many times as required. So I'm going to go ahead and let's just say our first truckload can only handle these quantities with those weights. I'm going to go ahead and send this delivery, attach my signature, and I have access to the send delivery button, which will trigger the two-step signature process to release inventory and to receive inventory from site. I'm just going to go ahead and do a instant send, which is the send immediately. This will bypass site's requirement to sign and receive the inventory. I just want to go through a demo of exactly how the split delivery process works. I'm going to go ahead and click send immediately. The system will now trigger a notification telling you that this is indeed going to be a split delivery. All you need to do is click yes. What it's doing now is it's fulfilling and completing a traditional delivery note as you've seen previously inside Cloudscaff. So over there, I can see that I have my first split. It does append the delivery number with an S1 to let you know that this is part of a split. So if I go in there, I can see that this is my S1. Those are the quantities that I have delivered. This is currently outstanding, that is still required for delivering. And if I want to view that delivery note, you can see that it also gets appended with an S1, notifying you that this is part of a split. And there is the material list that is set to go to site. Now, looking at what is outstanding, if we are going to fulfill it in 2 truckloads or 3 truckloads, potentially 4 truckloads, that is not a problem. All I need to do is access the original split delivery. So there I can see the delivery code, which is DEL 250020-S1. But all I need to access is 20. So there I can see is DEL 20250020. Open that up, scroll down, all the site particulars will remain the same. And at the very bottom, you'll see that there is a split history, so I can access the PDF document of the original split or the first split. And now I have the ability to go in and do an additional delivery. So let's say that we are going to be delivering 50% of the outstanding balances to site. So there you can see that's how much we will be delivering. And when we do complete the order, as we will have done previously, by attaching my signature, acknowledging that it is a split, You can see that it has generated the additional split document for us below. So it's under an S2. If I look at completed deliveries, and if I go into that site, I will see that those deliveries are there under these site codes. Now, if I go into the deliveries, you can see that I have an outstanding balance of 250. If for some reason that the order quantity does change, hypothetically, let's say if this becomes 250, your outstanding balance will also update relative to what is on order. This is an optional field where admins do have the ability to make adjustments to it. So just keep that in mind that your order quantity can always update relative to your outstanding quantity. So now I can go in and complete this order of 250, 500, and an additional 250. If I create that, I'm going to send it immediately as we've done all the previous ones. What this is going to do now is because we've closed off the delivery, there's no outstanding items left in the delivery. The delivery is going to close off as an S3. I have the ability to access that document. There you can see the previous delivery documentation. Outstanding balances are set to 0. And I have an order history below it, also a split history. And essentially, that is the new delivery process from start to finish, as you would do direct deliveries from the admin panel. All inventory requests from site do automatically populate the order quantity. To give you an idea of how that works, if we access a site and we review the inventory list that's there, we can view the deliveries that have come in. So there are all the different deliveries with their different appended split identifiers. If I need additional inventory, I can simply access the request tab in the site, click the plus button to generate a request form. Once again, everything just auto populates. These are optional fields once again, but if you do know the request date, start date, end date for the inventory, it is always good. And here I have access to my inventory list. So I'm going to go ahead and say I would like to request 100 of these, 100 of these, and 100 of these. And I'm going to submit that request to head office, asking for those components. That request has been submitted. So there you can see it's out of a pending request into a submitted request. And if I go into head office, I see that there is currently a pending request waiting for me. If I open up that pending request and I approve that request, you will see that it has generated a delivery note for me. If I open up that delivery, you'll see my order quantity has automatically populated. So if you do place a request, it will convert it into an order for you in the delivery section. And here you have the ability to update the delivery quantities as required. So once again, over here, we sign for it, to attach our signature, and we click send. Let's do a traditional send. So if we click send delivery, what this is going to do, it is going to split the order, going to put it into a outbound state. So there we can see our job is outbound. We can see the split delivery number. And if we go into our site, it is notified our site user that there is an inbound delivery. If you look at there's the job number, that's the updated site number. So when they do go to site, this order gets to site, they have the ability to review the delivery counts, sign to attach it, to receive the inventory and receive that inventory. And as the delivery gets attached, those balances are updating and adjusting, or your site levels are adjusting, or your inventory or yard levels are adjusting, along with your order levels in terms of your order quantities and outstanding quantities in the delivery. So if we re-access that delivery, we do have the ability to see now that we currently have an outstanding balance of 50 on 2 items with 0 on the other because we had fulfilled the order completely. Now, in order for us to complete this order, once again, add 50, add 50. You do at this stage have the ability to add additional components into the order. If I add 100 of this item into the component with the order quantity of 100, I can adjust this delivery by adding new components into the delivery. You are not locked into it. You have to work within the parameters that are set out, but you can add and remove items from the order also. So you're not locked into anything. We can just go ahead and fulfill this delivery. I'm going to do a send immediately so that that order is fulfilled. Going to split it, keep a reference of it, close it, and all of our side balances have adjusted.